Hello and welcome to Match Day Live. I'm Rez Razamand. Our feature game today is a women's rugby match here at Platt Lane between MMU and York. We will bring you the whole game live with the commentary from Hallie Parker and expert insight from our pundit in the studio, Katie Meller. Katie is injured, so she will be providing a brilliant tactical insight for the match. We talked to MMU women's coach earlier, Adrian Moffat, and is expecting a tough game as York have recently been relegated from the Premier North League. So what's the mood going to be in the MMU squad? Our reporter Felicity Hitch spoke with the team players earlier.
Thanks, Reza. I'm Felicity and I'm with the MMU women's rugby team. I have Beth Matthews, Polly Bowman and Alice Ivaneko. Guys, last week you went against Leeds and you had a 10-point lead over them. How are you feeling with that win under your belt this week?
I think really excited. I think this year we're trying to push for something special and really develop women's rugby at MMU. And I think the win last week gives us a lot of confidence coming into this game. But I just think we can't underestimate them at all because they have come down from the league below. So I think we've really got to go out and just play our game.
They came from the league below. Do you think that will be a challenging match then tonight?
Yeah, I think we've got a really good opportunity to beat them, but we need to go into it with a lot of respect for the other team. And if we play our game, I'm sure we'll win.
Do you think you can continue the streak?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as I said earlier, as Alice said earlier, we're not going with too much confidence. We'll go and just play simple rugby, what we've done in training, and I think it should go our way today.
Perfect. Alice, you're the captain of the team. How's it been being the captain?
Stressful at times, yeah, I'm not going to lie, but it's just really exciting because we've got a lot of development and new girls that are new to rugby coming in through the club. And I think it's just exciting to see how much we're developing, and it's exciting to see girls that have come in and really contest for the shirt because we've got so many new numbers.
Perfect. Well, thanks, guys. Have a great match. Let's go back to the studio.
Thanks, Felicity. It's great to hear from some of our players and their captain. Now let's join our commentary team, Katie Meller and Haley Parker.
Thank you very much, Razor. Welcome back to Platt Lane. We have another wonderful game, Manmet versus York. Of course, I'm joined by Katie. So, Katie, what are your predictions for this game?
I don't want to really go out there and say this is what's going to happen. You can never really predict it. Obviously, York are going to come here and be like, well, we got relegated last year, so let's prove that we want to go back up there. Obviously, last week, MMU had such a great game, first win of the year. They're just going to want to build up on that. They're not going to want to come away with a loss from this. So I think it's just all whoever brings their A game.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we've got a wealth of experience really with the Manmet team this season. I mean, we've got plenty of players in the Sale Sharks Academy. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we've got a couple of girls. We've got Alice, who's obviously the captain. We've just heard from her. Em, who's playing number 7, and Polly, who's playing number 8. All are at Sale, training with Sale Sharks. Em made her debut on Saturday this weekend for them. So yeah, we've got a couple of Sale girls with their experience playing with international players. It's really helping our squad develop because they're bringing new aspects to the game and new looks on the game, and yeah, very strong.
And we have the starting lineup, starting with Manchester Metropolitan. Take it away.
So we've got a pretty strong front row. Lois and Alice props were all the way through last season. Rosie's a new one this year. I've not actually seen her play or watched her train, so I wouldn't really know. But obviously, a fresher coming in and starting is a pretty big thing. So she's obviously got a lot of skills that she's adding to this team. We've got Keris and Beth as second row. All played last year. I think Keris was new to rugby last year, but she really improved so much last year. You wouldn't know that she just joined last year. Strong back row. Polly's new this year, but Scarlett and Em both played last year. And then the backs is quite a new change. So the only one that played every game pretty much last year was fullback Katie. On the wing, we've got Georgia, who's come back from her placement year, which is such a good asset back to the team. And then we've got Laura at centre, who would have loved to play last year, but she broke her ribs and then fixed her ribs and went snowboarding and broke both of her wrists. So unfortunately, only got to play varsity last year. But yeah, so good to have her back on the team. And obviously on the bench, we've got some good impact players there. So we'll just have to see what it brings.
Yeah, absolutely. A really, really strong kind of setting lineup, really, for Man Met. And of course, this season they've had 2 teams worth of players that have kind of come through, a lot of freshers. Why do you think that's going to impact the game?
I think it's just going to help and add, because obviously, like, you do not want to be struggling and go into a game with like, oh, we've not got subs, we've not got like, and yeah, having a breadth of players is just like, for us, is going to be such an advantage this season, because everyone will then work for their place, which I think ultimately will make us stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have our University of York lineup. So captain today is Holly O'Sullivan, is currently actually signed with Munster in Ireland, if anyone doesn't know the team. With vice captain today being Sophie Bates, who is playing as actually on the bench currently, but I'm sure she'll come on and make a good impact. We've also got a good few players in there. So we've got Jess Abram on the wing. We've got Evie Porter. We have Amelia King, Emily Jackson. Again, a lot of wealth of players. Some really good information about some of them. We've got a couple of debuts today. We've got Potter, Hamilton, Norris, Woolley, Pamarol, Fitch, and Wick, who are all on their debut games today. And I think it's just a really fun one. Charlotte Woolley, who is playing on the fullback, was on Junior Bake Off. We always ask you a bit of information about the teams, and that was one of the things that came up. But again, it's a pretty fresh team as well. We were talking to the York captain earlier. They had to say essentially that it is their first game of the season today, and they're looking really attacking play, using the kicking the ball, trying to get it out nice and wide. And they're looking, even though they've got a fresh scrum, they're hoping to be quite dominant in that scrum today. And they're just really looking forward to playing really today that high level of rugby. What are your thoughts, really?
I think it's just going to be one of those things. Like, both sides have got freshers. It's the start of the year. Every uni team is going to have freshers, so it is just, they're all learning how to play with each other. So I feel like the first half of the season is really hard to judge how the league is going to end up, because half these girls haven't played with each other before, which makes it really hard to then come and be like, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And only 2 seasons ago, me and you, of course, we played together. And I mean, at the start of the season, it was a pretty freshers team. And at the beginning of the season, we really didn't lose. We didn't really win many of our matches.
We didn't win any games.
But by the second half of the year, we came back. We beat Sheffield. We beat, of course, University of Manchester. Liverpool. It was the only game we didn't really win both times was Liverpool.
Yeah.
So again, even though really today it's just a warm up really. The York girls have got a lot to prove on their first game, but the Man Met girls, of course, they want to retain their lead. So I think we're getting ready to kick off with a Man Met start. Yeah. I think it's always good when you start, really, because in the second half you get the ball. So I think it's the best way to think about it. And Richard is our referee of the game. And they're just making sure they've got all the players. So we're about to head underway. So welcome to everyone who is tuning in. If you haven't, it's Manchester Metropolitan versus York. It's the women's rugby, Northern 1. Of course, the women looking to really get a promotion this year to end into Premier. And the game is officially underway. Nice tackle there. So in training, what are we looking at really with defence?
Obviously, you don't want to be leaving gaps in the defence. You want a pretty solid defensive line. If you've got a solid defensive line, like, they're not going to score. Obviously, looking at getting quick over and getting those jackals in, which is obviously hard because it looks like York are really quick with their support in the play.
Lovely little pass there.
Nice strong tackles coming in though.
Definitely, and we were talking about it. There's a men's. There's of course a new tackling rule, sterning and below.
Yes.
Lovely tackle there, just right underneath. So the Man Met currently making some nice dominant tackles really, and starting to push them back slightly. That was a lovely little tackle there. Nice catch, and nice tackle. We said 2-man tackles really. I think it's. It should be say it's really important. Again, one person to go low, one person to go a little bit higher, just knocking them down.
Yeah.
What's really nice to see. Said lovely tackles. Again, York are just losing those meets just slightly, but their ball handling is quite nice. Nice little kick there. Yeah. Chip over the top by the vice captain, Sophie Bates.
Nice take from Katie Cavill there.
Lovely little run there, dodging 2 tackles there. Just been almost taken. The ball's gone back. Is that Georgia who's taken the ball into contact? Said it's probably her first touch of the game. I think she's definitely looking forward to being back after a year off.
Definitely.
A nice tackle there. It might be a no. Man might have managed just to secure that ball there. Just. It said one of the most important things is having those quick rugs. Lovely little take there. Just dodging 1 person, dodging 2, and it's going to be a try for Manchester Metropolitan. A really nice start to the game there.
That's number 8, Polly Bowman.
Polly Bowman. Lovely, lovely take there. And of course, 2 minutes into the game, that probably is a really strong start for Manchester Metropolitan.
Yeah, just not keeping the tackle going, are they? Just grabbing and not following through with it.
Yeah, definitely. And a bit about Polly. Again, normally plays in the second row. Has just dropped that down to back row today. Another thing is, of course, Polly did score the winning try for Manchester Metropolitan last week against the University of Leeds. So I think everyone's going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Got Lois taking the kick.
Yes, we both play with Lois.
Yeah.
We know what Lois is like. Loves kicking.
Yeah. Never gets to train it, though. It's always like, you can kick on the day, but we're not training you for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite entertaining. Lois, every time we have a game, I think the first thing they do is grab a kicking tee and have a bit of fun.
It's like, Adrian, can I kick now? No, we're warming up. I just want to kick.
And it's just been converted. So
7 points for MMU.
7-0. Really good start for MMU, really. It's a nice little turnover. And
little nudge there.
Little nudge over the bar. I think Lois will be happy with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I said one thing we know about Lois is when you have a bad kicking day, Lois is not happy.
No.
Don't talk to Lois if she has a bad kicking day. But I said lovely kick, and we continue again with York to kick off.
This should be interesting with us getting the ball back now.
Yeah,
hopefully
definitely.
We can keep this confidence going, because that's a good, strong start, which will give us the confidence to go into the game.
There we go. Again, being taken there by, I believe, Sophie Bates, the vice-captain. Lovely kick. All the way back into that 5-metre line. So at the start of the game, everyone's trying to get nice and warmed up. Lovely little pass there down the line, just been taken into touch. A nice little tackle there by Katie Thornton of York.
With Libby Hadfield for MMU just being tackled out into touch there. First line out. I wonder how this is going to go.
Yeah, I said first line out, first scrums, always the most interesting ones.
Yeah.
It's really a test of who's been training the most, kind of those calls and just the response, really.
Especially when we've both played in the forwards. This
Yes.
is the best part for us.
This is my favourite part. Lovely little line out there, being passed down the line. Quick ball being taken into contact by Charlie of York. Oh, I think it's being held up. It's going to go into a maul. It's just being held up. And it's been taken down into contact. Lovely little dominant tackle there by MMU. Said really, MMU, just for these last few minutes and everything, really dominant tackles, probably something that Adrian's been working on quite hard with the team, especially with a lot of freshers. And it's been turned over, so MMU now have the ball taken into contact there. Lovely tackle by the number 12, Holly O'Sullivan, the captain from Munster. And it's going to be a penalty. Just holding on to the ball. So York are going to take it. Nice and fast there.
Yeah.
Oh, just jump from one tackle. Just a bit of pass play there. It's been knocked on, I believe, by York. So MMU going to be really happy about that.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first scrum of the game now. Again, just dusting off the cobwebs and getting all the achy muscles working.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it'd be interesting to see how the old girls for both squads gel with the freshers in terms of scrummaging. Because obviously, you've got to gel with your scrum. If all 8 aren't pushing together, you're not scrummaging as one. So it'll be very interesting to see how they've all gelled together.
Exactly. I remember when I played for MMU. Remember, Kat was our hooker and playing, and Kat was a very a loud character. I loved her to pieces, and but it just made the scrum really, really good and really cohesive as a result. Just a bit of an issue there with the binding, so they're just going to reset the scrum there, still to MMU. be really good to see what they do here. So they're in the 22, really. What I think is a danger zone, really, especially if you lose the ball. So do you think they might go for a kick, or do you think they're gonna play it by hand?
Honestly, don't know, because normally MMU don't go for a kicking game, but then that again could change with the. Oh, it looked like a pick and go there.
Yeah,
from
nice
Polly.
pick and go. Lovely tackle
Hopefully.
there by the Yorker. Again, Bates with that ball again. MMU are going to retain possession there. Just
Scarlett taking the ball in now for MMU.
Yeah, just taking the ball in. Ball's out. Oh,
Kicking game on the floor there.
bit of football, just a bit of fun. Taken in there nicely.
York are very quick in there, disrupting our rucks and like putting pressure on us to actually
Yeah,
get there.
but they found out the wing. Georgia is taking a nice run. Nice little tackle. Just lost there, turned over. And it's just going to go into touch. But I believe they're going to go back for the the scrum. Just a knock on by Georgia. But that was a lovely run down the wing by Georgia. Just a shame she got tackled and tried to get the ball away. Probably should have just retained it and took the contact there. But it's going to be a scrum down to York. And again, as the girls start warming up, we'll probably see a lot more dominant scrums.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely the pride and joy of MMU. I said we've had a lot of forwards that have joined this season. I said almost 2 teams worth of players really in MMU this season. Never seen that before.
No, it's good, definitely good recruitment this year.
Yeah, been absolutely brilliant. Again, with that source of new forwards, it'd be nice to see how it works out here.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely, lovely scrum by MMU. Just been taken down, but they're going to continue once more. I think they're just going to go for another reset, just make sure everyone's okay. It's one of the most dangerous things, really, a scrum. As I said, there's so much room for error, and it's one of the most important things to really train up.
Definitely.
What was your experience, really, with the scrum?
I was normally back row, so for me, I'm not really in it head-wise. So for me, if it's collapsing, I'm just lifting my arm off and I'm out of there. Like, I'm not. So I can't really comment on the fact that I wasn't really. Yeah, but I know from experience, like friends, and it's like if a scrum's going wrong, you can get injured, and it can be dangerous. Hence why now you do have to have fully trained front row. You can't just stick anyone in there.
Yeah, definitely. I think York going to retain possession there. Lovely pass out by their scrum half. Francesca Holmes. Oh, lovely little break there by York. They're going to take a nice run, looking for any space, knocking off one tackle. Just about to be taken down there, I think, by Georgia.
Nice cover tackle there.
Lovely cover tackle. York keeping possession. Lovely little pass out. Oh, lovely dominant tackle. Who was that?
Looks like number 14.
Yeah, number 14. Nice dominant tackle by number 14. York is still retaining possession. Passed out there. Lovely little take on by Emily Jackson. But just been tackled once more. Ball's out, and it's Scarlett. Scarlett's managed to get the possession back for MMU. I think it's gone back out to York. As once they got
nice
it, they've lost
tackle
it.
there by Polly.
Yeah, lovely tackle there.
And they just run straight into M. You're not getting through.
No. Lovely little pass out there. Lovely tackles by MMU. There. Really dominant tackles, not allowing the York girls to get any possession. That line speed is really nice to see. Again, nice little tackle there by MMU. I think they're looking to score at the moment.
Yeah. MMU is going to have to keep them out and hope they tire and
yeah, lovely tackle by Lois. I think Lois went flying there for a second. And it's going to be, I think, a penalty there for high tackle.
We knew this was going to... When changing the tackle height, we got pulled up before the tackle height was changed, so it is going to be hard to adjust because like some of these girls have been playing for like 8-9 years, so to be told you can't tackle that height anymore, like especially for the taller girls in the squad, like it's going to be quite difficult for them, but they are going to have to make the changes in how they tackle and how they play.
Exactly. Lovely little take there by the wing.
And looks like she's
going straight down. That was a lovely try there by Jess Abram for York. Said just found that space on the wing. I don't think Manmet had set up fast enough there. Yeah, she's going to be happy with that one. So nice little try there. Just from the penalty. And Jace Abrams score there. And that really keeps it really equal, really, this game so far. Both teams kind of squaring out a bit. It's all been York at the moment, though. York seems to be retaining most of possession in the game. And it means MMU are not really getting the opportunity to shine yet.
Yeah, that is the problem. Like, we're keeping them out for long enough, but then give them space and they're just going to score. But then we can't do anything without the ball.
Exactly. And it's all about, really, I think defence is the most important part.
Yeah.
It's had really good line speed. It's forcing that pressure to make mistakes. And you can see a bit of that from the MMU team. I mean, you can see every time we're pushing them back a little bit by little bit, but just silly little mistakes like high tackles.
Yeah.
Forcing little penalties like that, that's where kind of York have managed to utilise.
Yeah.
Lovely little conversion there, again by Bates of York. And we will be going back for the reset there. Yeah, nice little kick.
Yeah, it's all very even down here at Platt Lane today.
Certainly is. And it's a nice game.
Yeah.
We don't want games that are too dominant for one side. So it's really nice to see MMU and York kind of having a nice kind of balance. It means that really it's really at the right level.
Yeah. Let's see what MMU have got to bring from this now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, after the last kick-off, I mean, scored 2 minutes later, maybe there might be a similar thing here again. Nice little kick there, right into space. That's going to give MMU enough time to run up and start making those nice tackles. And it's a knock-on just by the York player there. That is really good news for MMU.
Yeah.
Just talking about that pressure, that line speed really came in. Just a little knock-on there, I believe, by Frean Wick of York. And they're going to set for a scrum in a really nice position, really, near that 22, that danger zone, as I said earlier. So it's going to be really nice to see, really. And we're hoping that MMU gets a nice scrum here, a nice dominant scrum at that. And everyone's getting set up now. And again, of course, both of us being forwards, a lot of forward experience.
Yeah.
It's nice when we can have the occasional scrum and not about 30 in one half.
Especially when it's raining.
Yeah. It's always the back's fault. Lovely little pick and go there by Polly. And they're just going to bring it back. I think the scrum collapsed while the ball went out. Yeah, they're just going to go for a reset there. Ref having a word, I think, with the MMU players there.
Not looking too impressed by what he's just said, though, are we?
No, they don't. The players certainly don't seem impressed.
No one likes being told they're doing something wrong, do they?
No.
Especially when it's what they do.
Yeah, exactly. And forwards have their stubbornness, and it's that. But again, really, really experienced front row team by MMU. So I think they're just a little bit frustrated. Again, that's where the adrenaline starts kicking in. That's a very nice scrum, though. Nice and dominant by MMU. Keeping that ball in nicely, Polly. And it's going to go out now. But a nice little tackle. Number 7 read that really well, Katie Thornton. But look at MMU. Look at the line speed.
Lucky there.
Just a pass to no one.
Good line-out throw, but...
Yeah, it was. Oh, that would have been a perfect line-out throw, and there's a little bit of frustration there. Might be just a bit of an injury.
That's Laura.
Yeah, she seems to have taken a little bit of a knock there when she was passing the ball out. I think she's gesturing to her leg there.
Well, at least it's not her ribs again. At least it's something new this time.
You've got to spread it out throughout the whole body.
Exactly.
You have to balance it. That's coming from the injured players.
Yeah. It's all about balance.
Yeah. She seems to be okay. There seems to be a bit of mobility there, what's really nice to see.
Yeah.
But it just gives the girls a bit of time just to kind of refresh, get a bit of water in them and talk tactics, really.
Yeah.
It will be a line out for York when the play resumes. So this is a really good opportunity, really, to see the full front of the MMU line out.
Yeah.
Because if you can get a turnover in that position right there, you're in a really good opportunity to get a nice try.
It looks like she's being carried off.
Yeah, it looks like Laura's going to be taking
Adrian's run on. Oh, great
and
again.
a lovely little lift there by Adrian. Putting his bridle carry to good use. So yeah, Laura's just going to go off. Hopefully she's all right.
Yeah, hopefully it is cold out there, so impact does hurt a lot more when it is cold.
Yeah, and again, it's not grassroots. It's 3G roots.
It's not fun. That pitch does hurt. Like
it does hurt, and I think everyone's knees kind of get a bit bloodied up, and it's just the fun of the conditions. But we're going to be resetting for that lovely line out. York to take him. The line out thrower being Evie Potter of York. This will be a nice time to see really what the line out's fully capable of.
Yeah, looks like we're going to lift at the front, which means maybe they won't.
No, they're just jumping back slightly there. Yeah, lovely
Nice
little
strong line
catch
out
there
there,
by
yeah.
Katie Thornton of York. It's really nice that both flyers are wearing red helmets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes it easy.
lovely driving maul there by York. But yeah, it makes it really easy to find out who the flyers are. Lovely little pass there.
And it's nice take there by Libby, number 14 for MMU.
Going for a lovely little run. Nice tackle by York there. Really stopping her in her tracks quite
Yeah.
fast. That is Bates there taking another nice tackle. Been really good this game, actually,
Yeah.
that York player. She's been everywhere. Lovely, lovely ruck there by MMU. Let's see what this attacking line does. Just lost there by the MMU player. But the play's going to resume. Might have gone backwards. It would be
Yeah.
quite nice. Quite lucky for MMU there. Just got to get those hands nice and ready, really, to receive the ball. But you can't really fault the counter-rucking from York at the
No.
moment. Really nice counter-ruck, really fast to it. What's nice to see. But they're getting ready.
Really disrupting things, aren't they, for MMU?
Yes, making sure the play slows down, getting that defensive line
Yeah.
back up. Nice little pass there. Beautiful,
Nice pass
dominant,
there.
dominant runs there. Look at this. Passing it down the line. Is it going to find it? That?
Oh.
So close. So Georgia had it. Really nice
Yeah.
pass. It's just a shame. It was just
Wasn't
not in
to
the right.
hand, yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's one thing that I think every player, especially at university level, do for half an hour, hours at a time. It's passing.
Yes.
It's one of the most important things as a game. And it can go really well in training, but sometimes in the match, it's
The pressure and running, then, yeah.
Exactly.
It's not the same as a drill, is it?
No, it certainly isn't. And another lovely take by the York players, but not straight. It's either not straight or
I
it
think
was
it might have
knocked
been
on.
knocked on.
Might have been a knock on there. Might have been knocked forwards and then backwards. So, I mean, not going to complain. MMU are going to take the
Yeah.
advantage of that fully.
Nice position of the pitch to get a scrum as well for MMU.
Yeah, definitely. This is a good time to see some of those dominant scrums, really, with that experienced front row. Of course, we've got Lois and Alice, yeah. So Lois, a lot of experience with MMU, and Alice, of course, as a Sharks Academy player. So really nice to see.
Their number 9 for York is really good at putting pressure on and making sure that they can do whatever they can to disrupt this.
Yeah, definitely.
Back
Lovely
out,
little run, though, by MMU player. She's been taken down there by Megan Bates once more.
And Emma's just powering straight
beautiful
under.
try by Emma. That was really nice. Again, just dropped that shoulder at the last minute, powered through. Oh,
is he going?
he's going back, apparently. Might have been a forward pass there. I think
Alice obviously doesn't agree with this decision.
Alice and the ref both don't agree.
I mean, we didn't see it from up here.
No,
so
certainly not. The referee might be seeing something.
I feel like we might be undoing that try that's just popped up on the screen there.
Yeah, it's a shame, but again, really nice run there by Em. Said the ref seems
It really shows how dangerous she is when ball in hand. So
Yeah,
definitely one for York to watch.
certainly is. As I said, really powerful. I think it's just been taken down there, just going to go for the reset. But yeah, really powerful MMU players there. I said really, when they get the ball in the hands, the forwards are really dominant, but the backs have got that line speed, just getting it out, getting it down to the wing, and that's what we saw earlier, what has led to a lot of gain possession, really, a lot of gain ground. But even though York have got possession right now, they are in the real danger zone because they are on the 5 metre line in their own try area.
And the scrums haven't been going particularly well for either side, so this could be dangerous for York.
Certainly could be. But look at that MMU. Look at that MMU. So a lot of pressure there by MMU. Lovely little clear out straight into touch. MMU will take that.
Yeah.
Again, within that 22 still, what's really
First
nice.
line out for MMU, so it's interesting to see what... We all know that you're going to do the kind of 4 ball.
Yeah.
So let's see what we're going to do with this now.
Yeah, I said a couple of weeks ago I had the privilege of watching MMU training with their line-outs, and it was really nice to see lots and lots of just line-outs, getting that practice in. Because in a game, it's really important, really having those kind of key skills and that key communication between the hooker and, of course, the players who are flying.
Yeah. It was always my favourite part of the game.
Nice take by
there for
Scarlett. Lovely little ball handling there by MMU, passing it straight down the line, straight into space, and one more. Lovely run by the MMU player. Still finally been taken down just about 7 metres from the try line now. Really nice done. Lovely little securing tackle there by Lois Hamilton of of York. Beautiful little take there still by the MMU players, getting those meters, about 6 meters out. Nice tackle by Emily Jackson of York. Really nice and dominant. About 5 meters out now. These girls want it, you can see.
Yeah. I'm really hoping for a forward pick and go here.
Yeah, and it's been a nice forward pick and go, and I believe just held up there. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Really, really nice play by MMU. I mean, really now showing that kind of authority of the MMU.
And that looks like
attack.
Sophie Bates again, she's just York at this point. Like
Yeah.
every time we're praising them, it's just her doing it all.
Yeah, and a fun fact about Sophie Bates, she did ballet until she was 16 before she switched to rugby. So certainly a big career change, but really, really making MMU work hard.
Nice
Lovely
take
little
there.
catch. Let's see what MMU, right down the middle. Lovely little pass there, but it's just been thrown forward. So it's going to be a scrum to... that was,
Obviously liked Alice's ankles.
yeah. I don't know how to describe what we've just seen.
She just wanted a hug.
Yeah, just wanted a hug. Evie, Potter and Alice having a bit of fun together on the floor. But we're gonna
Love-hate relationship there. Alice was not enjoying that.
No. Just right in front of the referee.
Yeah.
I said you always do things behind the referee's back, but just right in front, Alice really has no filter. Lovely
Yeah.
to see. But they are going to set now for a scrum York ball, of course, just from the forward pass. Let's see what this scrum half is going to do. Just a nice little pass there by Francesca Holmes. And look at York, really got it down the line, but just got into touch. Just missed that. The referee just consulting with the line judge there. It's going to be a scrum down. MMU ball. Was it going to be a line out, MMU ball?
Yeah, I think we were given the option then of what we wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have gone for a line out because scrums aren't really...
Yeah.
We're getting the ball, but it's not comfortably getting the ball.
I think really what's really nice about the line out here is that maul, because this is the best time to utilise the maul and get as many yards as possible.
Looking at how they've set up, I'm going to say that is what we're going for.
Yeah, exactly, going straight for the maul. You could see it coming, but really love counter maul by York there, having to force MMU to pass that ball out, but straight down the
long
line.
passes.
Beautiful passes. Look at the space.
Nice
oh,
take
lovely pick up by
there.
Georgia, and I think Georgia is going to take it for a lovely MMU try. Good work by Georgia there. Again, just come back from a lovely year abroad and has made a nice impact into the game.
Lois will be like, thanks for putting the balls on there. I've now got to kick from all the way out here.
Yeah, back to we need to have a mic for Lois in the kicking ceremony. But lovely, lovely try by MMU, taking up that score to 12-7 to MMU as we get about halfway through this first half. What's really nice. It's been a really good 20
nice,
minutes.
evenly matched.
Certainly been an evenly matched. MMU really had to work to get that try. And of course, Lois is about to kick. Again, we love watching Lois kick because we just know, me and Katie both, of the Lois ceremony, I think we should call it. But I think the MMU girls should be really proud of their efforts and everything. From looking at MMU, what do you think we could do better?
I feel like it's just a support play in terms of like York are disrupting the rucks. So, like, we're there and they're not stealing them, but they're disrupting them because they are also there.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need to be quicker over a supporting play. Like, if someone's made a great run, great, don't stand back and watch them do their great run. Like, be there and support them. But, yeah, I feel like defensively we're playing really well. Like, York have had to work for that try. Like, they've not just been handed it to them. Which is really good, and obviously Adrian will be really happy with it. Defence, because attack kind of happens. Like, you can train attack, but you don't know how it's going to go until the day. Whereas defence, you can do drills and train, which is quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. I believe Lois might have missed the penalty.
Yeah, we weren't really shown that
No,
one, were we?
missed the conversion. It's all right. And I think really with York, it's going to be their defence is really nice, really strong, really making a nuisance. Their scrum half, and of course we have to say it again, Sophie Bates.
Yeah.
Being an absolute nuisance in the man-met attack. What's really nice to see, certainly one of their stronger players. It'd be really nice to see people like Holly O'Sullivan, though, see what they can bring out into the game. But we are going to go for that York kickoff. I think really with York, we just want to see a bit more of their attacking and just keep going really how they're going. They're doing well. Oh, just been knocked backwards there by MMU, but nice little recovery. And it's just going to be taken down. Oh, York making a bit of nuisance still with themselves. They've been really, really strong on these rucks today, especially the counter rucks. Yeah. They seem to be fast right in there, really forcing those turnovers and have been successful as well. Look at that, just there again, forcing that turnover.
Oh, that looks like
that's going to be a
could be a head.
Yeah, we're going to go for a head injury there. I said we were just talking about I said we were just talking about successful counter rucks and that was a beautiful counter ruck by the player. It's just a shame that just a bit of a knock to the head.
Yeah.
The players are just going to use their time to regroup now.
Have a breather.
Yeah. I think a lot of the lasses will appreciate that.
Yeah. Looks like MOU are making some subs, but I can't really see who.
No.
It looks like Katie Cavell may have run off, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I've just seen number 14 also run off. So whether they've made some changes there.
They're just getting some water, I think.
Yeah, maybe they don't like drinking out of the communal bottles.
We were talking about this earlier. The legendary communal bottles of Manchester Met.
It's just out of the toilets. It's not anything fancy. We have no water fountain, so I don't blame them for running off and getting their own water. But it looks like we've had some new bottles this season, which is quite nice. New kit, new bottles.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the old bottles and everything were missing the side pieces.
Well, last year we came to the bottles being left over the summer with water in them, so that was quite a lovely surprise at the start of last season.
Stale water, my favourite.
Stale Manchester water is even worse.
Yeah, stale Manchester water. It looks like the player's up and is going to go off for a head injury assessment. As play resumes, so we have a new player coming onto the pitch for York. What is probably a really tough blow for York.
Yeah, and head is one of those things. If you go down with your head, you're not coming back on, just to be on the safe side, because you do not want to make anything worse.
Yeah, and it said it's now 21 days for any head injury after the initial symptoms have stopped. When I first started, 7 days.
Yeah.
No wonder
at
we're
a push.
Yeah, at a push. We'll just probably come back the next day.
Yeah, it wasn't really a concussion.
No, lovely little scrum down. York's then take it in. They said really, really nice and equal.
Oh, we're now
there.
being told who came on for Laura, which is quite nice.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's number 22.
Lovely little tackle by oh no. Again, number 16, Sophie Bates, and has forced the turnover as well. Really nicely done by York. They're just going to retain possession there. Again, I feel like we're going to get very sick and tired of hearing the name Sophie Bates.
Yeah.
But she's making a big impact in this game.
Yeah.
And Sophie Bates is going to be kicking it out, ready for a line out as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. So, yeah, of course, the interchange.
Oh, we just had to have a stud check. Don't think I've ever seen a stud check in the middle of the game. It's normally all done before.
Yeah, might be something of concern. And,
nice
not going to
take
touch.
there
Lovely.
by Katie Cavell.
Brilliant. Not going into touch. You're going to retain that possession. Let's see what they can do. Again,
Yeah.
they're in their own half here.
Oh.
So, but beautiful take there. Been taken down by Sophie Bates and number 7, Katie Thornton. Nice tackle. 2-man tackles again. Look at that beautiful take by Alice. Nice tackle by their number 3, Aaron Williams.
See, it is taking a couple of the York girls to get these MMU girls actually down, but then
That's going to be a penalty coming in offside.
don't think you can do that.
No, certainly not. That's going to be a tough blow. And that really was a bit uncalled for, admittedly. That was quite late. I think they might have seen the ball out and just a little bit mistimed.
Looks like we're going to try and kick for touch, which...
Yeah,
nice
nice kick there.
Not an easy kick at all.
Certainly not. The thing is, you don't want to undercook it and only get a metre, and you don't want to overcook it and
end up on the football pitch.
end up on the football pitch, or end up still on the rugby pitch.
Yeah.
What just happened earlier. So it's going to, again, just similar to how we were only a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Similar situation where MMU have got the ball near that 22, that real easy scoring position, the danger zone. Let's see if Scarlett can fly high enough.
Yeah, it's interesting for MU because last year we worked on not being obvious where we're going in the line out. I mean,
just proved wrong there immediately. Said using those line out plays. That's always the fun part because you always give them special names.
Yeah.
Lovely little tackle there by the York players. That was number 6, Louise Hamilton. Again, lovely tackles by the York girls.
Not sure how the ball ended up there, but still
not.
MMU.
MMU retaining possession. Said they just get a couple of passes there.
Yeah.
Probably looking to just find those spaces really in the wing. I think they're looking at right now.
Beth just running at people, just for fun at this point. Like,
it's all fun and games in rugby, but again,
that looked like round her neck, but
that was
he's
a little bit
obviously
high.
not seen that.
Again,
Can't see
nice
what we
little
can.
passes.
Oh, lucky there, but
Just knocked
came off
on.
them, I think. But
Yeah,
he's going to go
no,
back
it's
for
going
the
to go
scrum.
for the knock-on for the scrum. He's going to go to York. Just a shame there again.
Yeah.
Getting the ball down into that wing, but just making the silly mistakes, really. Again, that pressure, really, to catch it. But it's going to be a scrum down. It's going to be York ball. But I think the scrums so far have been quite balanced. There's not been one team that's over-dominated the scrum.
Yeah.
Which
I think just shows that they're both in the right level, competing with each other. There's not really an over-dominant side, which is nice in a game because you do not want to be playing a game where, when you're winning like stupidly nil, it's not fun because you feel bad, but then at the same time, you don't want to be beaten. Like 50-0.
Exactly. And as I said, talking to the captain earlier, Holly O'Sullivan, said that most of the forwards team's actually quite a new team. So to say they've got a lot of freshers and a lot of fresh forwards in there, they're doing really, really well. A lot of nice cohesiveness. And I said, lovely scrum by both teams. Just knocked on there by York and
I would
MMU.
not want to be running into M.
No, that
Wrong
was
person to run into.
Yeah, that was Charlie from York who just knocked it on there, and MMU are going to take this ball again in that danger zone, make some work, but lovely recovery tackle there by Charlie.
Yeah, you always find that when you make that mistake, you are going to make that next tackle and prove a point.
Definitely. Lovely run there. Is that by Alice?
Yeah.
Took a couple of people to get Alice down there. Really nicely done. Lovely tackle there. That number 5, Emily Jackson. I've said that name a few times. Again, another really strong player for York. Oh, lovely tackle there by Holly O'Sullivan. That's the captain.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. I said Munster player. They're just going to call the penalty there for holding on. And it's going to be a York ball. Shape, really tough break there for MMU. It's just starting to get the engine going. But that tackle by Holly O'Sullivan, really, really dominant, really pushed.
She read that. She knew that she was getting the ball and she was going to get it down.
Exactly. You could see it happening. Beautiful
nice tackle there
lovely
by
return.
Polly.
And it's a lovely turnover as well. MMU are going to secure that ball again back in that danger zone. Lovely turnover, taking possession back. Nice little tackle there again by Sophie Bates, taking a couple of yards back from MMU there. Lovely, lovely low tackle. This is actually, and a lovely strip there. Charlie has stripped the ball from York, and it's just out there. It's going to be taken in by lovely pass down the line. Think it's just slightly been, it's been knocked backwards. They're okay. York are going to retain possession. And it's going to be an offside. And the ref doesn't seem happy about something.
I think he wants captains.
Somebody's in trouble. Yeah, I think it's going to be a penalty for York for just offside.
Yeah.
And the referee's just going to have a word. It might just be about people getting a little bit mouthy.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens. But then we do have to remember, like, you can't do that.
No, yeah. I think in the flow of the game, it just happens.
Yeah.
And things are said, but it's not really with too much malicious intent.
No, definitely not.
It's frustration, it's the adrenaline, and I think both captains, we can see the York captain really taking
She's not happy.
really taking it to the players. I wouldn't want to be any of those players right
no,
now.
I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Really reminds me of Kat, ironically.
Yes.
It said if we did anything wrong in foundation, well, a couple of years ago, we would be told.
Yeah.
And we would not be doing it again. Just an interchange there, bringing on number 22, Megan Maycock.
I think for York, yes.
I'm trying to read the handwriting.
Yeah, they changed the team sheet.
Yeah.
Right before kickoff.
That was a
Nice.
lovely run by Aaron Williams, but again, lovely tackle by MMU. And it's been knocked on,
Yeah.
and MMU girls are really happy with that. And again, force no mistake,
Yeah.
that pressure. It's some of the most important things you need to do as a player. If you're forcing pressure, you're forcing mistakes.
Yeah.
And MMU are really happy with that and are going to take it. A nice little scrum there just before the 22.
Yeah, looks like Lois has gone off, but I'm not 100% who will have come on. Whether it'll be Amy Toon, I want to say.
We'll find out.
We'll find out in about 10 minutes' time when she's probably back on the pitch.
Lois is probably having a minute just to get that kicking
Yeah,
game
you
ready.
can't expect a front row to play a full 80 minutes.
No.
Which happened quite a lot last year, so the fact that...
Lovely little run by
Oh, lucky
MMU.
then.
Just gone forward, but York are going to pick up the ball and have a bit of fun there. And it's knocked on again. They're going to go back for the scrum. And it's going to be a York scrum. Just, it's a really, really nice passing down the line.
Yeah.
It's just backs.
No comment. It's cold, to be fair, and like I feel like it is hard, like from a forward perspective. Like I've watched now, obviously we've been injured, watching a lot of games. Like sometimes it is a forward dominant game, so the backs will just be stood there, and they're all gonna get cold. And like you need to be staying warm to like keep your core skills. Like if you go cold, it's just gonna drop.
Exactly, and again, backs. It's one of those things that's going to be just going to be a reset there.
You can see Adrian and Rob Jones in the background, very
Yes.
serious.
Very
there.
serious. I think that was Aaron Williams from York who just took down the scrum there. I think Alice was quite flat.
Yeah.
Again, it's all in the fun of the rugby. They're just going to reset that scrum. Again, I think it's a new forward in with the pack and everything. So it's going to be a bit of a just a learning curve, especially in a game situation like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, still scrum down, still York ball. And they've had replacements. Their scrum half has gone off. We have, I'm gonna apologise in advance. Aina Paramroll. We'll go with that.
In your defence, the handwriting is not the best on this team sheet that we have got.
Yeah.
Oh, it says there that she's played for Barcelona for 5 years.
Yeah, this would be nice to see.
She'll be very cold up in here in Manchester.
I know. We'll see what she can provide into the game.
Nice tackle
Lovely
there.
tackle. And it's really forcing York back there. Really nice job by MMU, that tackling. Again, forcing that mistake from York. But they have managed to retain possession. And they're just going to take into contact there. Lovely, lovely ruck by them. Just getting themselves set back up.
Yeah. Oh, and we've just ran back in that channel.
Oh, a lovely, lovely run there by Aaron Williams.
Taken down by Scarlett, but it looks like she's got the offload.
Yeah, lovely. Again, that's just gotten back up to the halfway line. Really nice run. That little offload by York really pushing MMU back. Lovely little passes there by York as well. Lovely dominant tackle though.
There.
Wow. And just taking down the number 13, Tanwen Hayes. Another nice few tackles there. And might be a turnover coming there. Yeah, it's a turnover. MMU have managed to secure the ball there. Again, forcing that mistake from York, and as a result, getting the scrum.
Yeah.
What's nice to see. Again, as I said, really, both teams have been really equal in this second part of the first half.
Makes it more interesting.
It certainly
They've got
does.
to fight for it, so if one team gives up, it's not going to be an evenly matched game anymore. So it's like the survival of the fittest.
It really is, and that's the whole thing. Of course, you've been a bit more fresh in the MMU scene than I have. What has conditioning been looking like, strength and conditioning?
Well, obviously we started the strength and conditioning last year, and I feel like that has just benefited the team so much. And obviously injured at the moment, but they've got some fitness strength and conditioning as well. So they're not. It's not just in the gym anymore. They are doing sprints, and which backs are probably loving life, but forwards I'd be like, no, thank you, ill that day.
Fittest forwards on the pitch.
But no, it's definitely like having this put into the team and actually being like, right, we can do things with this squad. It is definitely improving, and you can see that like the fitness is there. Like not one player is like wandering around, so it's definitely
lovely little run there.
I think it took 4 players to get it down then.
Yeah, really, really nice run. Really utilising that space and finding the cracks in the defence.
Polly's looking to find another.
Lovely little tackle there by the York players. Again, that was Aaron Williams taking down the Polly.
Got Beth Matthews taking it in again.
Lovely little tackle there by Evie Potter. Again, going to be another stop there. Might be another injury.
Beth's like, I'll just get out of here. It wasn't me.
Yeah, so that's Louise Hamilton of York, who's just, I think, taking a slight knock. Again, giving...
Looks like she ended up underneath, which obviously, from experience, that's not a fun position to be in.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't want to be the person in below the dog pile, as we like to call it.
Definitely not.
And it did seem like a lot of players were there as well. So just going to take a few minutes just to make sure she is okay. And so we can see Adrian there looking quite suspicious. I think that's the right word for it.
He's like, I don't know what's going on, guys.
You can see the camera.
I think I've seen his 2 sons at the sideline, which is quite nice. He likes to bring them when it's half term. So he makes his wife and kids come down to watch, which is quite nice.
It's like his babies. It's his second family, kind of, really.
I don't know how he puts up with them all. Give this man a medal.
I know. Well, he has a lot more of them now as well, so he's got a lot of children.
Yeah.
Do you think he's memorised all the names yet?
Definitely not.
Let's be realistic.
Let's be realistically. We've had like a couple of weeks with these girls. Definitely not.
No.
Even towards the end of the season, we won't get there.
No.
We've got a set of twins on. It's never going to end well.
Exactly.
They've got the same scrum cat. Like, there's no chance.
I feel like we shouldn't be slandering poor Adrian like this, but we do love Adrian.
Yes.
He is a really, really good coach and really is invested in MMU, especially the women's
100%.
team.
His dedication. So obviously you didn't play last year, but we have training at 7 a.m. on a Friday, and bless him, would have to get up and drive an hour to get there. His commitment to the team is like amazing.
Yeah, and I remember when the new kind of structure was first introduced, it was actually at the back end of the season that I, of course, played, where we were sat on a bus coming back from Leeds.
And we won by a kick. Yeah, and he was like, what do you think about 7 a.m. training? We were like, yeah. We'd all had a drink at this point. So we were like, yeah, we'll be there. Didn't actually think it was going to happen.
He said, well, of course, Sale Sharks, they're just going to be MMU. Do you girls want to win? Do you want to do it just for the social? Do you actually want to win? Well, they're like, yeah, we want to win, as we're still drinking our ciders.
Like, maybe ask us before we started drinking. But no, I feel like that, again, like having more than just 2 hours a week with the girls is going to make everyone get to know each other and get to play each other. And it is the social side of it as well. Like, the freshers definitely will be getting the bus down to Platt Lane, because obviously Platt Lane's not in city centre.
It's just a little bit out.
Just outside, so it's definitely the social aspect.
Yeah, definitely.
And I saw the other week they went for brunch after, which is very civilised for a rugby team.
That's too civilised. Lovely take there by Polly, trying to hand
nice
off
pass there to Scarlett. Lovely little offload. Although it looks like she's just run straight into Charlie, who's like, nope, not getting through.
Lovely taken down by Charlie, though, not letting MMU get that distance.
No.
Beautiful little take there.
Beth again, just running at people for fun at this point. Like, she's so... Lovely. I don't understand how she does it.
I know, I do. Lovely take there by Amelia King. Oh, just finding the space there, MMU. It's going to go over for a try.
Nice there. Looks like... No.
Oh, no. I don't know if that was held up.
Yeah,
it looked like it was quite firmly over.
It just looks like he's waving at this point. But then he's saying offside, so whether she was... Oh, what a pass, ref.
That's why he's the referee.
That's why he is the ref and he is in yellow.
I would hope so.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was offside. Don't know if it was held up, but I think you're going to utilise it and get some of that yardage back.
Nice
Lovely
take
catch,
there.
though. MMU are going to take it in now.
Polly
Lovely,
bouncing
lovely
players off.
drive by Polly. Again, really getting past
Ripped
that 22.
there by Sophie Bates, though.
Again, Sophie Bates.
Don't run into her.
So-
Any teams playing York in the future,
Yeah.
don't run into her.
I know, yeah, that's it. Sophie Bates really has been the highlight, really, for York.
Yeah,
Look
definitely.
at MMU, though, going to take a nice little run. Lovely little sidestep.
Oh, but unfortunately ran into her own player in the process. Oh.
And it's going to be the half there. I think the time just doesn't reflect the
Yeah.
stoppages for head injury assessments and everything.
Yes.
But that's half time, 12-7 to MMU. Really, really good start by the
Yeah.
MMU side. What are we thinking?
Very physical battle so far. Defence from both sides has been amazing, so it is just finding those little breaks, forcing the mistakes on the other team, putting the pressure on, and when the mistakes come, the tries come. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you can look at the stats here. 3 line-outs for MMU, 2 line-outs of York, and 2 scrums apiece.
Yeah.
Really, really balanced game. I don't think there's any team that's actually physically dominating it. Of course, there are standout players. I mean, we can talk about the likes of Sophie Bates.
Yeah.
And a really good of a few players, people like Louise Hamilton, Kate Thornton. Again, really getting stuck in. They've got a really nice set of forwards, really, that are working hard today. And really, to be honest, no complaints there. Really nice team for York, and they've really put in MMU on the passenger seat sometimes. What are your expectations for the second half? What would you like to see?
Definitely from MMU, their support play. Like, we know that you're going to be up there and in their face. Like, you have got to get there, which is obviously going to be hard in the second half because they've just played 40 minutes and they're going to be tiring. But we've had a couple of subs on, but we've not had many forward subs. So it'll be interesting to see how and when Adrian does bring them on, just to make that impact. Because obviously you don't want subs to be standing around when it's this cold out there, and then have to come on. And then from York, again, we've seen quite a couple of subs from them, but I feel like it is now just the survival of the fittest who has got the fitness to power on and finish this game and take the win.
Yeah, and it's similar actually really with the men's and the women's. It is all about who can hold on for the longest.
Yeah.
I think when it gets to about 60 minutes, 70 minutes, fatigue sets in. That's where mistakes happen. That's where the forwards get angry at the backs for dropping the ball all the time and having to set the scrums. That's where the backs are getting frustrated at the forwards for losing the ball. It's one of those really, really interesting games, and it'll be really nice to see. I think we're going to take a couple minutes break, and then we're going to reset ourselves, and then half begins.
Perfect.
See you in a few, guys. and it looks like these guys are going to be resetting for the second half. We do have a couple of changes. Lois earlier came off apparently with an injury and has been replaced by Katie Elliott. Laura Swan has been swapped by Albany Coates. We've also got Amy Toon, Millie Gilbert, Lily Key and Abby Tolson all coming on and replacing Alice, Alicia, Katie, Beth. So
I know Lois was struggling with her knee from last year. She's still waiting on a couple of scans on it, so I don't know whether it'll be down due to that or whether it's a new injury, which it's not. You don't want injuries this early on in the season, really, but hopefully they're just little niggles and nothing to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like a pretty fresh MMU side, so it'll be quite good to see. You don't really want to put all your eggs in the basket at once, but
that's what Adrian's done.
That's what Adrian's done. Giving girls an equal, fair chance in the game. We'll go with that one. So we don't.
And I feel like everyone within this selection now has earned their place. So like, it's not like you're clutching at straws to try and pick someone. Like, they're all deserving in their place, and I wouldn't want to be at Adrian at selection.
No, definitely. Lovely collection
take there from the captain.
Bloody hell, that was a brilliant, lovely take there by, I said, the captain, Holly O'Sullivan. And it's going to be a penalty as well for sealing off the ball. That is a real tough start for MMU, and York are going to utilise it absolutely.
Yeah, dangerous position here.
Lovely little
Sophie
pass there.
Bates.
Lovely little take there, and it's going to be a try, and it is Sophie Bates.
I feel like we're going to get sick of saying her name by the end of this.
She's
just all over. Like, everywhere there's something, she is there doing it for York.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even at one moment say that was not a deserved try for Sophie Bates. After the work she's been putting in, it is deserved.
Definitely.
And it is Sophie Bates to convert as well.
She may as well just do it all.
I feel like we all need T-shirts for Sophie Bates. I feel like we need some cheerleaders down there just cheering specifically for her. And as we said earlier, Sophie Bates did ballet. So and again, that must be why she scored the twinkle toes method.
Well, I also did the same as what she did. I did ballet for 14 years, then swapped to rugby. But I know that Leicester Tigers men's used to do ballet for their stamina.
Yeah.
So it's correlations here.
That's it. At least you'll have some good try celebrations.
Exactly. Little pirouette as you go over.
Yeah, that's it. So let's see how Twinkle Toes scores the conversion. With one sock down, a very interesting fashion choice. Lovely little kick there. And it is...
It's over. Lovely
just over. Brilliant. So just at the start, of course, York is going to take the lead for the first time in this game, making the score 14-12 to York.
Hopefully MMU don't drop their heads at that and just, right, now it's our turn to score, like, move out of our way, we're coming for you.
Yep, exactly. And again, the players have just come on pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Of course, the York players have managed to warm up a little bit more, but it'll be exciting to see how the rest of this half goes. Very interesting kick, but it gives MMU enough time to get that ball.
Lovely little
grubber there by Sophie Bates. And it's just been taken to touch there. Lovely little kick by the MMU girls, though. Well, no, by the York girls. Again, making that really dominant. I thought that went out a little bit further back, but we shall see.
This is the problem when touch judges are just spare people, spare parts. Can you run? Yep, here's a flag.
Yep, that's it. 2 legs and can run. Touch judge.
Hence why injured players now do commentary, because they don't want to run outside.
But MMU are going to take the ball in there. Let's see those beautiful line-outs. Lovely taken. Quick as well. Let's see what happens.
Low pass there, but well received.
Yeah, well recovered. Beautiful tackle there by the York girls, not letting MMU get any ball speed, really, getting themselves warmed up. Scarlett going into contact there. Nice little run. And nice rope by MMU, really taking on probably that feedback by Adrian just to speed up the rucks.
Get their support there.
And just a little bit in the way there from York.
Just slightly.
Just lovely take there.
So that's number 2, Rosie, for MMU there.
Yeah, really nice.
One of the twins has gone off.
Oh, no. And it's just been turned over, just lost the ball in, going into contact. So York going to take it now. Be nice to see what this
Yeah.
defence looks like by MMU in the second half. Lovely, lovely little tackle there by the MMU girls. Driving it back a couple of metres as well, what's really nice to
Yeah.
see. Again, using those dominant scrums, but it's going to be a penalty there for offside.
Just that little bit eager.
Just a little
You have
bit.
to time it, don't you? You can't. Yeah.
Ball speed, like line speed, it's one of those games. You've got to make sure you're timing it well.
Lovely
if you don't,
tackle there.
lovely little run by the York girls, just taking out into
Lovely.
contact. Beautiful dominant tackle by MMU, not letting York get through the
No.
wing. The wing is definitely one of those really, really special points where it's an extra friend in an
Yes.
emergency. We'll see what MMU now does with this forwards. I think, as I said, MMU are not really kicking team, so it would be nice to
No.
see. Nice to see what they can do with their line speed, especially getting that ball through the hands and utilising those wings. So we've got good wingers
Yeah.
who are probably ready to really let the gas loose. Nice take there by MMU, managed to keep in that ball.
Nice there from Polly, just recovering that little.
And beautiful run by Polly, taking a couple of people
You
to
can
take
see
her
well
down.
she's in the sale squad, can't you?
Yeah,
From this run in.
absolutely. Lovely work, little pop
Nice
there by
little pass
Scarlett.
there. Abby, this is Abby. Abby, to be fair, last season got unfortunately injured against Durham the first half of the season and didn't end up coming back playing. So I feel like this for
It's
her,
nice to
it's
see
going
her
to be
back.
quite weird for her to be back playing rugby after not playing for so long.
Yeah, so me and Abby go back to the NLD days when
Yeah,
she
you
played for
played
Newark.
county.
Yeah, so it's really nice to see her really playing.
Yeah, nice low ruck position there from Scarlett and Abby.
Brilliant. And it's just been turned over there. York managed to secure possession just in the breakdown. Again,
Looks like a
just ball out there.
could be a head.
Might be.
Oh,
Seems like
she
every
looks like she's
player's
getting
getting up. But look at that flat line from MMU, really getting it
Yeah.
fast reset, not letting any spaces. And you can see them calling to get them out.
Yeah,
They can see what's about to happen.
and for once we're actually listening.
And it's a lovely turnover, and it's going to be a penalty for a high tackle as well. And that's...
Very dramatic from the referee there, but
I do love that facial expression.
he's like, excuse me.
Really nice turnover by MMU.
Yes.
And what I really liked to see was the fact the referee is really enforcing
Yeah.
that new rule. Again, it's for the safety of players at the end of the
Yeah.
day, and it's really nice to see that happen. There's
Yeah,
a lovely little
definitely.
kick out into the to the bottom.
Strong yards from that as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah, letting that touch just go for a little bit of a walk.
Come on.
Chop, chop.
You're meant to be telling them where to be.
Yeah. Have you had any experience as a touch judge?
No, but I've been repping a couple of. So I'm coaching an under 12 team. So I've been repping a couple of their games, which I'm not gonna lie, don't really like. But I would do if someone asked it. Like it's not.
It's
but,
not a big issue, yeah.
But at the same time, no, thank you.
Yeah, as I said, I've got a bit of experience as a referee and a touch judge, and it's not as easy as people think it out to
No,
be.
I just feel like I'm just in the way.
Yeah,
Like I've got 12-year-olds that are like running at me. I'm like,
beautiful line out by MMU there, and just going to see you getting that ball out wide. And they're just going to take it back for a second, seeing what the referee has to say about that. Didn't see there was anything wrong
No.
there. It's going to be a scrum down to York,
I'm going to guess he's saying it wasn't straight.
most likely.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, it's going to be a York ball, scrum down. It's a
Interesting to see what this new pack does now, because we have changed the front row.
It's a very fresh front row.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the scrums earlier. And it's been quite balanced, really, going
Yeah.
into that first half. And now we're in the second half. Let's see what they can happen. And we've seen had an inch change there. So
Yeah.
we have...
Keris gone. It looks like Polly's gone to second row, which obviously...
Oh, beautiful, beautiful scrum by MMU. Really, really dominant there.
Yeah.
They're really, really happy with that as well. Hopefully there's no injuries. Seems like a player's just taken a minute or two. That'll be the number 2, Evie Potter. Yeah, they're
Everyone's
gonna,
like, come on.
yeah, they're calling some reinforcements onto the pitch. Again, this is what we were talking about earlier. Scrums, people don't give them credit.
Yeah.
And it is a very, very dangerous position. You're basically putting your whole body on the line and really exposing your
Yeah.
neck. I was a front row forward, and I've had a knee injury in the past because a scrum has collapsed on my right knee.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It really isn't, especially when it collapses. That's why there's a lot of safety in place. That's why referees are really strict about it, especially in the last few years, especially with all the kind of injuries that have been popping up by players. So we'll just see how said Evie Potter does of the team.
Looks like Lily has come on for Keris for MMU. Not whoever we said before. I'm going to say it was Katie Elliott we said it was before, but it's not. It's been Lily.
Yeah.
So number 19, not number 17.
Just a bit of a change there. And it seems like Evie Potter is still down for York. Again, gives the girls a couple of minutes just to breathe. What's quite nice to see.
It's a nice position to be in for MMU, like dominating scrum, like let's go again and get the turnover and see what we can do from this position.
Yeah, but it's definitely a tough blow for York. Again, that's probably their starting hooker as well. And
you find with a lot of teams, they've not really got a backup hooker. It just tends to be putting a prop in there and just hoping that they can get it back.
It's a prop who feels very lost, admittedly. Yeah. And it feels like, Evie Potter is going to go off. Might be for a head injury assessment there. I think most likely. What is going to be definitely a tough blow for York. So just looking for something or
Holly's
someone
looking
to
like
help.
She's giving some words of wisdom right now for the MMU girls.
Yes.
With Alice not being on field, I would imagine she's bossing this pack and telling them what they should be doing. And that scrum is just like York couldn't handle it, hence why it's gone down.
Exactly. Yeah, nice, really, really nice dominant scrum by MMU. And to say it's a very fresh forward side and everything that's just come on, they've really made a cracking impact, really, to the team. And it's going to be another scrum down with time on. We'll see what these MMU girls are going to bring to the table again.
Definitely.
I believe that new hooker is their number 8. Who is Charlie. So Charlie is now playing the hooker. And look at that, another dominant scrum by MMU. Shame they've lost it. And they've lost it forwards there, York. So it's going to be an MMU ball on that 22. Yeah,
no advantage from that. So,
brilliant turnover, brilliant pressure from that defence. And MMU, after especially those last 2 dominant scrums, are in a really nice scoring position there.
Yeah, definitely. Right in front of the posts.
It's really good to see. Again, everything really probably Adrian's been working on just really coming to fruition there. What's really nice to see. We'll see what really happens here. As I said, it's a fresh team out. And unfortunately, I don't really know many of the girls who are still remaining on the pitch. So I'm really going in with this blind, admittedly. I said I've got Scarlett, who I do remember quite well. There's 1 or 2 pottering about. Abby, of course.
Yeah. It's quite nice, though, because from watching this game from both sides, you can't really tell that they've not played with each other for that long. Not. Like, you wouldn't say they've just been thrown together and it's the second game of the season for MMU and first for York. Like,
nice.
They're playing so well together.
Oh, lovely little pick and go there. Just
that number 9 really making a presence known at this scrum time.
Pamarol.
Yeah.
Pamarol.
The sub for them.
Oh, lovely little miss pass sent the York player flying. But it's been a turnover. York and Sophie Bates has gone to kick. And it's gone out into touch there. Well, that could have almost been something quite special from the MMU side. Just a shame that it just got ripped just in the contact. And it is going to be an MMU line out back at the back at the 5.
Back where we started.
Back at the 10-metre line, back to where they started. But again, that means we just get to replay that whole fun situation all over again. Not a big problem in that. And the girls are getting ready to go again. Let's see what the line out can pose really here. Lovely little play there. Nicely taken down and a nice little pass off.
But it's
just not straight.
Can't really tell off the video if it's windy or not out there.
Yeah, we're in a lovely, nice, warm studio. We don't know if it's cold. It might be hot out there, hot sunshine.
It was cold when we got here. I don't think the temperature will have risen.
It's Manchester weather for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think they're going to go for another line out, turnover line out. And I think I can understand why, especially after what MMU's been pulling out the bag in those last few scrums. I would be terrified.
I would not want to either.
Oh,
Nice
it's a
steal
lovely
there.
turnover by MMU. Just fumbling to get the ball, but nicely collected. And it's going to be
Every
MMU.
forward piles in.
And
Nice
Abby's
pick
the
and
one
go
to save the ball from the forwards. Lovely little take there. It's been turned over once more. And Charlie's take that ball just past there nicely. And it's just been knocked backwards there by the York players. MMU are going to really utilise that. Just not letting York get any speed going. Lovely little pick and go by the scrum.
Nice tackle there by Scarlett for MMU. Not giving these York girls much space at all, are they?
No,
They're right
certainly
up
not.
there.
They're looking to go for the wing, though. Lovely little pass by...
step over the player.
Lovely little pass by Sophie Bates, just but nice taken down by MMU. Again, they could see some space around the wing. MMU shut that down quite fast.
Nice
Lovely tackle there.
by Rosie for
Louise
number 2.
Hamilton had no chance there.
No.
And it's been turned over. MMU have now got the ball. It's just being passed. Lovely pass by Scarlett. Little quick pop and going down.
Straight out.
But almost there, just turned over again.
Charlie
managed
managed
to get the ball. It's a shame, but beautiful tackle by MMU. Again, really being a nuisance to York in these rucks. So it's definitely something that MMU should look at. Lovely tackle there by MMU again. Lovely little pass by Sophie Bates, and it is a try to York. And that's a tough blow.
Looks like number 19 scored that.
Yes, number 19 being Indiana
Varley.
Interesting name. Well, I hope it's that.
That's what we've got it as anyway.
Yes, Indiana Varley. There we go. We've got one right. But it was a lovely little pop by Sophie Bates to score that. A name that is certainly haunting the MMU side. And it's going to be a kick by Sophie Bates to convert. I think the audience
Just sick of hearing the same name.
there's only one name that we'll remember. I don't even have to look at the sheet now for Sophie Bates because I've said it that many times this game. Lovely little pink tee. And she's had a very good kicking game today.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
they're definitely kicking it more in open field compared to MMU, which is giving them the chance to like have a line out and possibly steal it, or with it not going straight for MMU at the moment, they're like, yeah, that is a better option than trying to run it through this MMU defensive line.
Really, really nice kick by Sophie Bates earlier. Lovely little grubber. Really just broke through that defence, what was really nice to see. And just things like that and everything. Really, really, really talented player. And it's going to just be just a little bit to the right there. What is a little bit of a blessing for the MMU side.
Yeah, definitely. Still just one try and one conversion in it for them.
That's it. And it's not a big gap.
No,
it's still a very even game. Definitely can see a bit of a difference for the MMU side. A lot less experience, really. A lot more freshers. What's not a bad thing at all. It's a good game for them. It's good experience. We'll just see how really the rest of this half goes.
Yeah.
And as I said, the girls are getting warmed up now. And it'd be nice to see kind of that MMU attack in full force.
Yeah, definitely. See what these backs can do with a bit of space. Get the forwards to tie up the players. And
nice little kick there. And it's been knocked forward by York. MMU are going to take that advantage really nicely. Just gone out there. Lovely catch by the MMU players. Lovely little tackle.
Didn't think it was going to happen then, did it?
No, by Pamarol, the one who played for Barcelona, Spanish player, plays for Barcelona for about 5 years. So they said they got a couple of international players. They've even actually got another one. Megan Maycock played, they did swimming at state level in Texas.
Very different to rugby.
I know, just a bit of a turnover there. So York just got the ball. Lovely tackle there by Scarlett and her fellow teammates. And it's just been passed out there. Lovely little tackle
No
there.
fear in that one there. Just Straight
lovely
up.
dominant
Number 14
tackle
by Libby there.
Indiana Varley's had a lovely welcome to the game.
Yep.
And it's going to be a lovely penalty to MMU. Believe it will be for holding on. That seems like the most...
That would be frustrating for Polly to not be allowed to just run there.
Yeah. Polly wanted to really turn up the steam engine there. I think...
But kick it out here and hopefully we'll see a lovely driving maul from this one. But
yeah, certainly so. And it's going to be at that 5-metre line. So, again, really danger zone here for York. They're going to be really looking to get that possession back. But MMU, strong mauls. How much training really have the team been doing with the mauls?
I know from experience with last year, definitely mauls are one of those things, like the kind of basic line out of just passing it down to the 9. You obviously do need work, but the mauls are what you do really focus on, because when they go well, they really go well.
Yeah.
And it results in a try, ultimately. So it's definitely something. But if I was York, I don't know if I'd necessarily be competing for it and just be there ready to...
Yeah, look, just straight. Oh, lovely quick ball.
Bobble there, but still in.
Taken down nicely. Lovely little clearing ruck for MMU, keeping that possession.
Lovely pick and go there.
Lovely, about 5 metres away from the try line now. MMU are looking for those options, going to go for a couple of rumbles. Lovely little quick take there, just been read by the York team. Scarlett's got the ball. Lovely little take by Scarlett, just been knocked back. Really strong defence by York right now.
Yeah, you know what's coming when you're at this point of the pitch. You've just got to stand there and battle it out.
It's all about rumbling at this point. Yeah. The idea is to make space in the wing, trying to overcommit that defence. But York are doing really well, really dominant. That was a lovely little take there. Yeah. Now they're about 4 metres away. Again, another little good take there.
Just a couple of metres shy.
Scarlett just taking it quickly, and it's been turned over for mouthing. That's a turnover for mouthing.
That's a very interesting...
The referees had some very interesting calls this game. Wouldn't really do one for mouthing at that point. So
especially when they're in possession. It's not like...
Oh, but
lovely take by Katie Cavill there for
Katie Cavill, again, this is a player that you don't want to get the speed guns going, but lovely little rip there by the
captain,
number 12. Holly O'Sullivan, again, Munster player, getting that experience. But lovely little turnover by MMU. Again, got Charlie in the way, and it's going to be a penalty to MMU. Charlie was just in the way, not getting out of the way fast enough. And really...
Looks like Polly's maybe down with...
No.
Oh, no, she's up. She's like, no, physio, I don't need you.
Polly has turned into an actress, gracing her presence on the stage of the Black Lane. But that was pretty chaotic.
Rugby, yeah.
It was back and forth, and it's going to be a nice
physical battle there.
Let's see what happens, and it is going to stay in the pitch, and it's been collected by the MMU team. Lovely dirt by Katie. Well, you were talking to Katie earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, so Katie is actually a 7s player as well as a 15, so she doesn't just do 15s. And she was out in Dubai for a couple of weeks last year, living life, playing.
It's just gone forwards there. I think it's going to be a York ball, but it's a scrum.
Polly's obviously not happy with herself there, but mistakes do come, unfortunately, especially at this point in the game. So...
Yeah, definitely. And you were saying about Kate and everything being a 7s player. I think 7 players are really some of the most impressive players we can get on the 15 side, because they're all about running. It's all about evasive play, what is essentially what rugby's about. There's another on the men's first team called Tomu, who had an interview a few weeks ago and was saying that English rugby is so much different to how it is in like African rugby. Yeah. They're all about evasive play, whereas UK rugby, we're all about aggression, what really does come with the temperament.
Definitely. This scrum is really not happy with it, is he?
No, he's having a... Just make sure everyone's okay. Just resetting to go again. So these girls are probably getting a little bit tired by this point, but this is probably the time really to remain turned on.
Find that little bit that you've got left and just give it your all.
Definitely. And ball in. Look at that scrum though by MMU.
Lovely scrum.
Lovely.
There.
And it's going to be a turnover as well. It's a turnover for Rising. MMU are going to be really, really happy with that. Really dominant scrum. And look where they are. really close in that dangerous part of scoring opportunity. But yeah, really well done by MMU.
Yeah.
You can't complain about that. That scrum has been really dominant. To say it's a fresh team, they're really utilising it.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, as you were saying earlier, Charlie Norris has had to go in as hooker and probably a little bit of experience there with being in that position. So it's really working to MMU's advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
Dangerous scrums, and it's really nice to see.
Let's see what they bring to this lineup, whether they'll go for that driving maul or whether they'll do that quick ball again.
I definitely would say a driving maul here would be the best decision. I mean, it's not only the bread and butter of forward, but if you have a dominant maul, 99% of the teams won't be able to stop you, especially in that 5 metre line.
Especially when the scrums are going so well.
Yeah. Oh,
unlucky there.
Just unlucky. Just gone off the body of Abby, and it's going to be a York ball. But it is a scrum.
So.
So, let's see what MMU can pull out here. I mean, if we're looking at this half and their scrums, I am very hopeful for a very dominant MMU scrum. And the ref is there explaining the rules again. When you're in the scrum, you've got to keep it flat. You can't be lifting.
No.
You can't be lifting that scrum up, and that's why York got penalised, probably got a little bit panicked. And good work by MMU pressurising to make that mistake. As we watch the York team just getting ready now. You can see how much lower the MMU side. Look at that.
Yeah.
Again, another dominant scrum. But York maintained tension, and they've just lost it forwards. And it's going to be an MMU scrum 5 metres away from the try.
Not what York are going to want, is this?
This is certainly going to be a scary time for York.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pull out the scrum of a half.
This will be the front row telling the flankers to get out of this scrum very quickly.
I can already hear it. I said, this is a good time. Number 19 for MMU. Good time, really.
Yeah.
For a good pop
nice
and go.
Little pick and go, hopefully, on the blind side there. But
yeah, you can see that lovely space in the blind side. There's only one player covering it. And
although Sophie Bates is very close on the other side, so she'll probably manage to get over.
There's a reason why Sophie Bates is very close by. Look at that. Lovely scrum. And it's that pick and go. Beautiful carry. Just shy of 2 metres, 3 metres from the try line, if that.
And then we've got M taking this in.
Lovely little pop there. Brilliant. Just a little bit high.
Very upright, taking that into contact.
We really want to see it get a bit lower, but they're only 2 metres away from the try line. They're going to go for another little rumble. Scarlett's on her own, but it has gone down, and it is a try for MMU. Scarlett really happy with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant job by Scarlett. Look, she is so buzzed. I said, you're very close with Scarlett. And I know that from the years that I've played with you. You're very close to Scarlett.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that.
Scarlett, Bowden, beautiful try. You really can't complain with that.
No. Typical forward try, just diving over. Not too much running involved, just nice over.
Yeah, she's very happy. And again, not letting York run away with this. It's going to be another, of course, conversion kick. Who is going to be the one to kick, though?
Looks like number 14, and her kicking in the game has been quite strong, so hopefully
it's been consistent.
Yeah
We've
got the yardage on it, so hopefully we can just get the accuracy of getting it between the two posts.
I think I remember during that development game against University of Manchester we were talking about earlier, I think I don't know if you were part of this, but everyone had the opportunity to kick.
Yeah, I bowed out of that one. I'm not embarrassing myself.
I didn't get the option, unfortunately. I think I had 2 opportunities, and let's just say both of them didn't go anywhere near. That was just missed there. But, of course, Lois, you just saw Lois there, just watching.
She'll be gutted she's not on there to take the points.
I'm surprised she hasn't begged just to go on to kick it and then come back off again. That seems like a very Lois thing to do. I said conversions are her baby. You can't take them away from her. But again, it's going to be a York kickoff. But of course, it's going to go straight back into the hands of MMU, hopefully. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully they've got the confidence up from that last little try there from Scarlett and really look to build on this, because obviously we are still behind just by a kick, so it would be quite nice to get another try just to put us back in the lead.
Definitely. Lovely little take there by MMU. Look, taking a couple of people with her.
No one wants to tackle her, do they?
Lovely little attempt to counter ruck there by the captain, Holly O'Sullivan. Apologise if I almost called you Hannah again. Lovely little take there by MMU. Really, look at basically the halfway line now. Really dominant passes.
Very quick pace here from MMU, which is quite nice to see. Just unlucky
just
there.
not time. I think that was Georgia. Just had a little bit of a slip over.
I think we'll just go back for a scrum, which not really a negative at this point for MMU, is it?
Really, it's MMU kind of just keeping themselves nice and warm. I always found that's probably the best thing about the scrum. It was nice time to get nice and warm, nice bit and cosy.
Yeah.
Let the backs get nice and cold. But I said, as you were saying, yeah, I think scrum is not a bad thing for MMU.
No, definitely not.
It's going to be a scary thing for York.
Yes.
I think I think soon they'll be begging just to not have a knock on. But here we go. Said not really in a danger zone, quite in the middle of the pitch at the moment, and it's been a really good half.
Yeah, definitely. He's just not happy with how that far side is setting, is he? I'm surprised he's not gone round there to kind of watch how it is. Yeah, normally they do change side if they're not happy with it, but he's obviously,
he has trust.
Yeah, he's hoping they're going to sort themselves out.
Yeah, but he is keeping a good eye on it,
Yeah,
so he kind of
definitely.
knows. But you can see, really, if you look at on that blind side, the strength.
It's straight down there.
Yeah.
There's definitely issues in that side, but very quick pace here. Oh.
Lovely little run, but I think they're going to go back because they were cut off. It's going to be a penalty to MMU for crossing. Yeah. If anyone doesn't understand the rule of crossing, it's really simple. As the player with the ball ran around, it stopped the MMU securing the tackle because there was another York player in the way. It's always a bane of our existence.
Yeah, it's a very frustrating penalty to get because obviously you don't mean to run into them, but sometimes it just happens, and it is a frustrating penalty because that is little mistakes that
could be avoided.
In a tight game, you can't really afford to make because like now we've got a line out very close to MMU's try line, and it's not really what York are going to be wanting.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially how their attack was looking, and it was looking very strong and very dominant, and just little mistakes like that have cost them the ball, essentially, at this point.
But as I said, forwards really this half for MMU have really, really taken it to York. It's quite scary how well MMU are doing. Again, say it's a fresh pack. And lovely little, tip there by Scarlett. Oh, lovely little... don't even want to know what that was. A handoff.
Scarlett taking it back.
Lovely little run by Scarlett, though.
There.
MMU, look at that pod. I said pod play is definitely something that Adrian is
reinforcing into this team.
Yeah, I can see that they're scared not to pod. And it's just beautiful little take there again. Just been taken down by number 3, Aaron Williams. Lovely little tackles that she's been making. Really made a big impact in the game, actually. Lovely little pass in there. Straight to Polly. Look at Polly taking a run. Taking that Sale Sharks training to good use. And it's going to be a penalty back to MMU there. I think it might be for an offside.
High tackle, it's looking like.
High tackle or offside. I think the two main ones the referee's been big on today. But just going to have a little
looks like time's
break.
off and Polly's just getting some
TLC
treatment over there.
She's up. She's, I think, going to go off.
She's going to go off for a little bit. So it looks like Keris is being brought on. It looks like Emma's also going off.
Yeah.
And it looks like Beth Matthews has just made her way back to the pitch.
Having a forwards break. But yeah, that's going to be definitely a tough blow for MMU.
Yeah.
Really big shame and everything.
Yeah, definitely made a big impact since coming to MMU this year. Obviously, it's only a second game for MMU. And making some very big impact to the squad.
Yeah, and
it looks like Nia has also come on for MMU, who...
Fresh players.
Yeah, she came last year to MMU, so her second season now.
Yeah, said just having a couple minute break for those forwards is going to make a big difference here.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Said MMU coming on with a very dominant scrum pairing. That's really nice to see. See the interchanges happening now.
this is definitely going to be a strong line-out, especially with Beth back on. I remember the first time Beth lifted me in a line-out last year, and I was like, whoa, I'm so high in the air. I'm
I
like,
can
whoa.
fly.
So she's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, and if you have really, really good lifters, honestly,
It changes the game.
It does. It gets you that extra few centimetres higher. What makes all the difference, really.
Yeah, definitely.
It means you can put the ball a little bit higher. What's really nice to see. Lovely little play there. Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
Proper good sport there. And lovely pick up by Scarlett. If anyone doesn't know what just happened, Scarlett is the
Fooled us
trickster.
all.
We thought it was going to the back. I think everyone did. Beautiful, beautiful setup there by the York girls, though. Really not letting
like
MMU.
that's Rosie
and it's
over
going to be
for
a try.
MMU. That's number 2 Rosie for MMU, fresher this year, second game for MMU, and already got tries under a under a belt for
making an
them.
amazing impact there. Really
Yeah,
nice
definitely.
try. York did not see that one coming. I didn't think I did, to be honest.
Well, I think it all started from that line out where no one knew that it was going to Scarlett at the front. Little dummy to the back and straight to the front. So
Scarlett is having a very nice
very
game.
good game, definitely.
It's very, very nice to see for the MMU team. But yeah, as I said, with the line out and everything, having that diversity, it just can't go straight to the same person because you read it really easily. And it's what's, again, working on those line outs, you have all those options, and it really utilised there. Everyone was looking to go back. We could see it happen, and then all of a sudden Scarlett's got the ball and made a really good few metres, left it made it really easy for the MMU team to score. And now MMU are back in the lead, back in that comfortable position.
Definitely. It's nice to get the nice lead, especially when you're at home because you've got all the home supporters down, and I don't think the men's have had any games today. I think the 4th are away, so it'd be quite nice for the men's side to get down and support the girls.
Definitely. Just missed there.
Unlucky there.
I don't think, bless her, I don't think she's had very much kicking experience, but she's doing really well. I said that's what we
it's
look
definitely
like.
something we need some more options because it's I don't think it's the fairest to just rely on Lois forever.
No, I disagree. It's I feel like if we try,
she's gonna have to stay and do masters PhD just to kick for this team.
I said it's like Lois's baby. You can't take Lois's baby away. She's gonna hear this back.
She definitely will be watching this back.
She'll be listening to us talking about her.
Yeah, no, she'll definitely be frustrated that she obviously got taken off quite early due to injury, but if you're injured, it's definitely the right thing to do because there's no point in ploughing on and playing with an injury when there's no need to.
Certainly not, especially in this kind of game environment. It's not like it's a World Cup final. It's lovely little kick there by Sophie Bates. And it's put MMU back there slightly, back to the 22. Lovely little pass there. Try scorer just taking it in. Lovely little tackle as well.
I mean, she's trying to get a hand in the ball there, and just once you're in that,
beautiful by Beth, knocking over the
pushing
Amelia
people away
King.
for fun at this point.
Yeah,
and Sophie Bates is,
and it's still going to be an MMU ball, almost stripped there by the York player. It's just a little bit of a tussle in the middle.
Just not sure.
It's still an MMU ball. Lucky, very lucky.
Yeah,
York
very
had
lucky.
their hands all over it.
Like
that. But lovely tackle there.
Yeah. Very quick to respond, which is quite nice to see the transition between attack and defence has been quite quick because I know like sometimes it can be quite slow.
Oh, lovely little
offload
backhand by Holly O'Sullivan.
Lovely tackle there.
It's rare that you see that in women's rugby, especially down the line. Lovely. Look at that read of the tackle as well.
Straight
being
there.
taken down.
Not giving Sophie Bates the space that she would like.
Yeah, definitely. Aaron Williams just taking the ball there. Apparently used to play taekwondo for GB. As a taekwondo player. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Again, that aggression really comes into play there.
Oh.
Lovely little takedown. That was, of course, our friend who played for Barcelona. Lovely little take there by the number 7, Katie Thornton. Had a bit of a knock earlier, but it's nice to see them still playing. And passing it to the floor there. And look at that dominant tackle. I believe that was Abby. No, not Abby.
I think it looks like
and
number 14, Libby.
Brilliant work by MMU there.
Definitely.
Nice turnover.
And we know that Libby's going to kick this ball out for a line out now, which is quite nice.
Yes. It's again, it takes MMU away from the danger zone.
Yeah, takes the pressure off them, and
Oh, it's kicked in the middle, but let's see what the chase looks like. Look at Georgia.
Stretching.
And it's been a knock-on as well. So MMU are going to about to get possession still. Lovely work by MMU.
So Libya will be kicking herself that the kick didn't go out, but then no problem because her and Georgia have managed to chase it down and put the pressure back on, and we've actually got further than we would have with the line out. So
again, it's a gamble, and what she's done is she's kicked into space, she's chased it down successfally. That much pressure.
When you know you've got the speed to back it up.
Yeah.
But why not?
Why not? Yeah, go for a bit of a run.
Just show off whilst you've got it.
And it also keeps MMU away from that danger zone, and it now puts
York back in their own half, and pushing them back, and hopefully we can get a few metres off the scrum and
definitely
really utilise this position. Although it looks a lot closer to the try line from up here than it does down there.
Yeah, certainly does.
Lovely little pick and go there.
Pick and go. Brilliant work there, and it's just been turned over.
Lovely tackle there, but managed to step out of it, but still slowed the play down.
Knocking her backwards. York have managed to somehow get the ball out, but they're going to go back for the scrum there, just for that knock-on. But really, MMU going to complain at that?
Yeah, no. Although it's the first scrum changing the second row, so obviously Beth is now coming into this fresh pack, but there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to make any difference, this MMU scrum.
No, again.
Abby and Beth, both second row with each other last year, so know each other quite well at this point, so no issues there, just swapping and changing.
Yeah, just giving a bit of fresh legs. And of course, because of the substitution earlier from York, it's really made a difference.
Yeah.
And look at that scrum. Yeah. But it's still York ball, and they're going to go for the kick. It was, of course, our friend Sophie Bates.
Unlucky there just to not.
On a beautiful run. I believe that is the
captain
Hannah O'Sullivan. Look at that. Holly O'Sullivan. Oh, just got forward. Lovely tackle there. Holly, just a little bit late passing that ball and has made a bit of a difference there. And they're just going to go back. Girls seem to have forgot that the whistle went.
Just carry on.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like now for MMU it is just going to keep York away from their half and their kind of 22 and not let them score, because then they're just going to put themselves back under pressure. So even if there's no more scores in this game, you are going to just want to keep this as it is, especially for MMU. But obviously York are going to be like, we've got 7 minutes, we want another try.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said, just for a high tackle there, so York can claim possession. And look at that run from Arwen Williams. Really taking a few MMU players to get him down. But MMU,
lovely
tackle there, reading it quite well, good timing.
Because that can be quite hard to time and not be called for offside, but
yeah, brilliant job.
Lovely strong tackles going in.
Amelia King there, nicely taken in. And look at that space. Look at Holly O'Sullivan's going to go for a little bit of a run there, just taken down. And it's just been knocked on as well. They're going to go back for the penalty for offside. Whilst that is happening, I think it is time to talk about the good old man of the match. What are your thoughts?
I mean, there's only a couple of names we've said over and over and over again, so I feel like it's not going to be much of a surprise.
There's one name. I think this game has been an absolute nuisance to the MMU side, and that is going to be Sophie Bates.
Definitely well deserved.
Lovely penalty there. Managed to turn over the ball, so MMU ball there. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that Sophie Bates is today's player of the match.
Yeah, definitely well deserved. She's just been all over the MMU side, just causing problems all day for them, whether it's in attack and in defence. Like, her game has just been such a good, strong game for them. Like, yeah, there's no doubt that she hasn't earned that.
No, certainly not. But York have just managed to get possession back there. Lovely tackle there by MMU, just setting up their defence, ready to go.
Lovely turnover
and it's a lovely turnover as well. Really nice done by MMU. Now they're picking up the pace a bit.
Yeah.
In that last few minutes, they're really, really taking it to York and really showing that they want to win this, especially on their home territory. Ball's out, and it's just gone backwards there, just picked up nicely.
Ref just looking at his watch.
He's hoping it's over soon. He wants a beer. Lovely pass there. A little bit loopy.
Lovely take there, though.
Oh, lovely
Lovely
little float. And Abby's got the ball and is really taking it to that MMU side. Just got to play
Looks
it down.
like we've got an injury, and the ref's not too concerned. He's kind of just pointing at her. But she is grabbing her head, so she really can't be...
No, she'll be going off.
Her and the physio just having a little argument
little
here.
battle.
She's like, I'm playing.
I'm fine. Yeah, and I think she's lost the war. I think we're going to maintain our beautiful player. Lovely little take there by Beth.
Looks like MMU.
Going to take the penalty there for a high tackle.
Okay, number 16.
There you go. Sorry about that, just a bit of technical difficulties. But it's going to be a penalty to, there you go, player of the match has finally come up, Sophie Bates.
They obviously were hoping that they could just sneak and pretend it was their penalty, but obviously Richard is not that silly as referee. He knows who he gave the penalty to. And
oh, beautiful, beautiful kick. Not very many meters gained. And I think that is going to be the end of the game as well. Really, really nice match. Is it? No?
he looked like he blew his whistle then.
He did. They were celebrating as well.
They just got overexcited too early.
A little bit, yeah, we got overexcited a bit too early. But the game's still continuing. Don't worry, viewers at home. We got there. So it is going to be an MMU line out.
Last few minutes now for MMU, so it really is just keeping possession of that ball and just really keeping.
Yeah, lovely little knot there by Scarlett, maintaining that possession for MMU. And it's finally been kicked out. The game is over. MMU winning 22-19.
Lovely.
Look at the girls. They
so
love
proud.
it.
And it's good for them because especially like now, this is something that they can build on. Like to start the season by winning is something that really gives you the confidence for the rest of the season. Look at the girls celebrating there.
So,
really
so
happy with that win.
Really, really close game as well. Look, really happy. Got happy feet. It's been a really good game, and you can see that the York girls are really like bit down and out. But
MMU girls straight over though, which is the lovely thing about rugby is the respect is still there. Like it's straight over. Well done, well played. Now, then we'll celebrate after, and no doubt there'll be an OMMU in a big circle in a minute.
There will be an OMMU. I feel like we need to sing along. But yeah, really well done by all the girls,
definitely.
really, both teams. And you can't doubt York. They've had a really good game. It's their first game of the season. They're getting themselves comfortable.
MMU have had that game, so they have kind of got to get to know each other, how they play.
And that is the stats of the half. So 7 scrums in that half, and it's been very dominant for MMU.
Yes, definitely.
And MMU have managed to secure the bonus point 4 tries. What's brilliant, so you can't really doubt it, a bonus point try win. And York is still picking up points just because of the within 7-point lead. There you go. Look at the MMU girls just kind of getting themselves nice and together. And look at Adrian, as motivated as ever. There you go. They're very happy with that. So there you go. The motivational speech that is Adrian. Didn't hear much of him today, luckily.
No, I feel like he's always been one of those coaches that's like, your attack is your attack. I'm not going to tell you how to play. Like, if you think something's on, just do it. Like, I'm not going to like force you to play any way in attack, which is quite a nice way to be as a coach because it means as a player there's no, if you do something wrong, it's not like a negative against you. It's more like you've tried something, okay, it didn't work, move on. Yeah. Which is obviously the best way to be.
Here we go. We know exactly what time it is for.
I don't think we can sing this version on the live stream though.
Might need to put the speakers on mute. But yeah, look, both teams and everything. I said the players look really happy. Nice and smiley faces. I think we should let everyone see really what MMU's all about really with this, and then that is officially the end of the game, unfortunately. And it's
got a new manager for this season as well.
Yeah. I can see.
Got a little clipboard out and ready.
With all the student IDs.
Yep.
Hopefully they get distributed fairly back to their players. And of course, there's the referee, Richard, behind. A very
Obviously wants to be in their little circle.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
York has still got their little celebrations.
York are very happy, except from the number 7. who just don't think he's in the jumping mood. There we go. Richard just coming in just to congratulate the team and everything. But look at the York girls.
Still high spirits. It's not a bad loss, to be fair. Like,
No.
it's literally a kick in it, which
That's
I feel
it.
like has been a representation of the World Cup that's going on at the moment. It is just
Yeah, absolutely.
getting points where you can. So
It's been a very impressive game
Yeah,
by
definitely.
all the players. And yeah, here we go.
there we go.
Oh, MMU is wonderful.
And the next bit, I feel like we're just gonna have to talk over.
Yeah,
so
we'll just
it's
talk
not.
over extra loud so you can't hear this part. We're okay now. There you go. And that concludes the game. Abby running off now just to go and celebrate with her parents.
It'll
I
be
believe.
photo time.
It will be social media time. And that is the game, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in to watch this very, very good women's rugby game. There will be a couple more this season, so feel
Yeah.
free to tune into them. And any last words?
Just good luck to both teams for the rest of the season and hope they can keep building on.
Definitely, and well done to both teams today. And thank you very much, all our viewers at home, for tuning in to watch this really good game. We hope to see you back on the live stream at Platt Lane next week and in the next few weeks. Thank you very much, guys. Speak to you all soon.